So it's Saturday morning. It's just after 8:30, and just taking a moment to pause. You're invited to take a moment with me too. Just looking at storm reports, seeing the news, seeing at least 16 dead. That's just one story that I saw. That's not an official total by any means. And I don't have any idea how many people without power this morning after last night's tornado outbreak, picked up here in Missouri. When we picked up Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, it's just this massive swath, right? So looking at storm reports, look like the closest it gets to most of our viewers. Geez, I'm over here south of Benton. Morley, looking at one, two, three, four, five. These little red T's are preliminary tornado reports headed over towards Mound City. So, I mean, five tornadoes down right in one area. And that was how it went last night. So, severe weather season in full swing. Thoughts and prayers with those people and anybody that you may know dealing with that today. So, talking about our area. So the guys and I got together yesterday afternoon talking about Sunday and Monday. And it's pretty awesome that we're going to have Kyle Truelove and Bailey Miller out chasing storms, two storm chasers that are going to be positioned watching to see what comes out on Sunday. And they're going to be able to join me here on the live stream as I go through things on radar. I'll be breaking it down and we'll be able to pull them in, see where they are. And they'll be showing us stuff like this. Here's some of Truelove's photos just from the past that he shared with me. There's a cold air funnel. This is really helpful because he can see things. They both can and show us what is dangerous and what is not. Like this cold air funnel, very rarely dangerous. Same here, another one of Truelove's photos. This is a good picture of scud. People always pay attention when there's scud out there, but that doesn't look like anything that we need to be worried about if we saw that. So all this stuff's going to be awesome to see on the ground, whether we need to be worried about it or not with these guys showing us there's a wedge tornado. So that's what I'm hoping that we do not get into Sunday, but I'm looking forward to being able to share those updates here with you on the live stream. I think that'll be pretty helpful. So let's talk about what is coming our way step by step. What I want to do is share outlooks with you first. We'll just go all the way through the weekend into next week. And then we'll go through and put some timing on things too to see what the model data is shaping up to be. But here is today. So if you have stuff to do, today is the day to do it for most of our area. There's a severe outlook just picking up along the southern edge of Kansas down into Oklahoma. And this really covers this evening. And I'll tell you about that in a second. Otherwise, for today, I'm looking for highs of 77, 78, 76 over in Clinton, 76 Harrisonville, 78 in Butler, 79 over in Fort Scott, 79 down in Nevada. Breezy, but I'm looking for that to fade off for the afternoon. So pretty great day today before the pattern gets a lot more active. It's actually active right now, but it's not going to affect us until tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, here is the surface chart. This just kind of sets up what is going to happen. So I'm paying attention to this dry line that is setting down here over the Texas Panhandle. So what we're expecting is instability to really build tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, east of this dry line. And so this surface chart is actually covering, I think I pulled up this is the Sunday morning. However, we do have some showers popping through in the morning, not expected to be severe. And I'll show you where those land in just a minute. But anyway, severe possibilities building up Sunday afternoon east of the dry line. That's what we're paying attention to. So with that, here's the severe weather outlook for Sunday. This hasn't changed, I don't think, at all since yesterday. So just east of central Kansas picked up into the enhanced risk area. That's a 3 out of 5 on the scale. And so what we're talking about here is the uncertainty is how these storms are going to evolve. We have the ingredients because, we have the east of the dry line, right? So when heating takes place Sunday, we know we have the ingredients for severe storms, but we don't know how they're going to come together. And that's really important because if they come together in small, discrete clusters, then we know that we need to pay attention and watch out for tornado threats and strong hail especially. But those small discrete cells in an environment like this can get together and stay together for a long period of time and track over a long haul. And that's where we get some of those big tornadoes like I just showed you on one of Truelove's photos. The other possibility that they could come together in a linear organization. In a linear organization, we worry a lot less about tornadoes, but we worry a lot more about strong damaging winds and hail. So unclear how this will come together yet. And then there is a big cap over here that's actually just kind of centered over state line. And so if storms do come together, which we're pretty confident that they will, out in central Kansas, they start to move east, there is a big cap. So the unknowns are what type of storms exactly that we're dealing with. and whether the cap will erode as things move east to see what we deal with more over here in east central Kansas and west central Missouri. So those are kind of the unknowns. That's what we're watching. It's called a conditional threat because of some of those factors. And so for now, the SPC saying tornado outlook, just about the same area, because likely if those small discrete cells, congealed cells come together, probably that's what we're dealing with over in that area. Expect that to wane a little bit as things move east. Severe hail outlook again, just because of the type of threat. So no surprise there. As we move into Monday, Monday is our day. Monday, it's the same thing. We still aren't sure, but I see both popping in on data. Both, and by both I mean small discrete cells, and then I see them congealing possibly into a more linear system up here approaching Kansas City. So that one really just depends. So Monday afternoon and evening, there's possibly one round where of the same thing that I just described, very similar to Sunday. There's the possibility for a second round, looks a little bit further north, and that's going to be Monday later night. That's going to depend so much though on what happens earlier in the day on Monday. So those are the unknowns dealing with Monday. But all of the area that I can forecast for in the 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for Monday. Here's another view over just so you can see how far east this goes, dropping off east of Rolla. But again, all of our area in the 3 out of 5. By Tuesday, everything's going to push way east. I think we're still dealing with some rain. And that's another factor in this, too, by the way. I do expect heavy rainfall, so we'll pay attention to that. But by Tuesday, I think those things are significantly east of us. So let's hop over to model data now, and we'll put some timing on this and get us a clue on what to expect. So here I'm picking up with all the way back to today. So I'm looking into tonight. So this has to deal with that severe weather outlook that is out for today that I was showing you a little bit ago, just picking up here along the southern Kansas state line. So I think storms pop through down there around 5, 6, 7 tonight. We'll look north of Enid, Oklahoma. That's what this is showing us. We'll see Wichita. And then here is overnight. So I'm up to about midnight tonight where I do see some light showers and storms, a little bit heavier down south of Joplin, headed towards Springfield, but these should not be severe. So possibly some thunder rumbles waking you up down around Joplin, Springfield overnight, and some lighter showers up here in west central Missouri, but not expecting anything more than that. And then as we get into Sunday morning, a few showers just popping through again. I see some stuff down in Arkansas. Here we go. Sunday afternoon. I'm looking at about 3, 4 p.m. So this is when I'm gonna have True Love and Miller outside. I think we're gonna stage up somewhere over here on the Kansas side. I think I'm gonna be sending them west. What do you guys think about that? Because we'll be able to spot this stuff that starts rolling through. So see what I mean? This is what I was talking about. See, we see small discrete cells possibly, but then we see possibly some congealing. Will these become linear as they move through? So I'm up to about 7 p.m. right now. That's 7 p.m. right there. So, like I say, by 5, 6, 7 p.m., we should be able to look out to the west and see exactly what type of cells that we are dealing with. But right now, model data at least suggesting that these are mostly clustered cells, right? I'm not seeing too much until possibly around the 10 p.m. hour. Got to do my Zulu math on a Saturday morning. About the 10 p.m. hour, maybe there is some linear organization coming up here, possibly Yates Center, Kansas, and just a little bit south, headed over Iola, Fort Scott. So a lot to pay attention to within that 3 out of 5 risk area on Sunday afternoon and evening. So it'll be great to have the guys out there taking pictures, videos, and showing that to us as well. So threats here, all of them in play. Again, if we're looking at those small discrete cells, I am concerned with a tornado threat. Linear organization like what we're seeing, again, this is just model data, keep in mind. That's where we'll worry less about tornadoes, more about strong damaging winds and possibly hail. So I mentioned just a second ago that rainfall was the issue as well. So I dug up a little bit of research on that, and we'll take a look at that. Not surprising. Here it is. Yeah, this just keeps getting bigger. Weather Prediction Center putting us in the slight. This is talking about excessive rainfall. So day 3 excessive rainfall outlook covering all of us. No surprise because some of these thunderstorms are going to put down serious moisture in your across most of our area, good probability some of us are going to get more than one thunderstorm. Well, it's severe weather season, so we always want to look ahead and try and make our predictions. It's interesting to me, though, that after this big wave, which is so influenced by the heating, right? We've had above average temperatures, right? And that's a major, major factor as we get into severe weather season in the middle of it. So, what happens next? 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, things drop off. This is picking up May 24th through 30th, we're going to cool back down, leaning significantly below average. So, I mean, that could have a very positive effect on our severe weather season, and it would cool things down. Still expecting normal or just slightly above normal precipitation outlook for the same period again. May 24th through the 30th. So, just kind of a glance ahead. We'll see what we conclusions we can make out of that in the days ahead. So, that's what I got for you this morning. That is the Saturday morning weather show. We'll be keeping an eye on things tomorrow. You're welcome to join me here. We'll just switch over to nowcasting. We'll pull up all the radars, all the cams as things get going. We'll see exactly where they are, tell you about them live. Appreciate y'all joining me. Today's the day to be outside. Enjoy it, and I will catch you back.